Hello sports fans and happy Friday. Welcome to another episode of the Ocean Star Sports Show. I'm your host, sports reporter Dominic Polio. I've got 3 great highlights for you this week, and we're going to kick things off with 2 games last Friday. One, beach volleyball, and the other, beach football. We're going to start inside with Point Beach Volleyball, who played against Manchester Township on the road in an exhilarating match. I've got the highlight, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. It was the longest match of the season for Point Beach's volleyball team, who battled it out for 3 sets against Manchester Township. The Garnet Gulls eventually lost, but picked up their first set win of the season in the process. The first set started off strong for the Gulls, who went up with the first 6 points. After a Hawks timeout, Manchester was able to battle back into contention, eventually tying the game at 7. Manchester's server continued to pick apart Beach's serve receive to ultimately take a 15-7 lead. Beach managed to score some more points, but Manchester took the first set 25-15. The second set kicked off with strong serving runs from both Abigail Wagner and Hannah Nagy for an 8-1 lead. The two teams were evenly matched throughout the set, which was back and forth. Every time Manchester closed the gap, the Gulls would pull away. After a full rotation, Wagner made her way back to the service line to push Beach's lead to 19-10. Again, the set was back and forth before Beach was sitting with set point. The Hawks setter mishandled a ball, and Beach earned its first set win by way of a 2-ball. In the final set, it was Manchester that jumped out with an early lead. But the Garnet Gulls battled back to eventually tie the game at 20. Then, after a long Manchester hit and an errant pass on defense, Beach was holding a 2-point lead, 24-22. But the Hawks were resilient. They worked their way to a 24-22 lead, but Point Beach earned one last point on an Olivia Weber kill. Unfortunately, a serve into the net sealed the win for the Hawks in 3 sets, 2-1. It was a great effort from the Garnet Gulls to earn that first set win of the season, which eventually translated into the team's very first win of the fall 2016 season. They beat Roselle Clark on Wednesday at home in 2 sets. Congratulations on the win. I hope you guys pick up a couple more before the season ends. Like I said before, the next highlight is Point Beach football. They were sitting at 500 looking to get over that hump, and they hosted Keensburg last Friday. Let's see how it all went down. The Garnet Gulls worked their way back to a winning record after a 38-13 rout of Keensburg. The big win had an auspicious start, though, as the Titans marched right down the field and scored on their first drive. Liam Reichs broke open this 26-yarder, and the Titans notched the extra point to go up 7. On the ensuing drive, the Gulls looked strong, taking to the ground play after play. But disaster struck on a pass attempt as a Keensburg defender snags a pass from Luke Fraunheim. Fraunheim makes the hustle play to hinder the return, but the damage had been done. Beach's defense stepped up, though, stopping Keensburg on each of its 3 downs. On 4th down, it looked like they would punt, but a quick throw down the sideline turned into a long catch and run for the score. It looked like Keensburg would run away with the game, but the Gulls salvaged some momentum when Cody Ligori blocked the extra point attempt. Down 13-0, it was all Point Beach from there on out. With a little over a minute left in the first quarter, Chris Weber broke the plane for Beach first. Sean Gould hit the kick, and Beach was only down 6. The floodgates were open, and Beach's next scorer was Jack Baker. The fullback rumbled in from 13 yards out for his first of 2 touchdowns. The Garnet Gulls scored once more before the half, and this time it was Jacob Clement on the ground from a yard out. Gould hit the extra point, and at the half, Beach had turned a 13-0 deficit into a 21-13 lead. Nothing changed out of halftime as the Gulls kept running strong. Baker broke free for a 10-yard score to extend the lead. For its final touchdown, Beach switched things up and connected with Connor Kells over the middle for a long score. After a perfect day kicking extra points, Gould capped the win with a field goal in the 4th quarter. Beach takes the big win at home, 38-13. The Garnet Gulls may be known to fly, but they've really killed it on the ground Friday. Tomorrow they have a big matchup against undefeated Spotswood on the road, but I think Point Beach has what it takes to pull up the win. Moving away from football, I've been on a field hockey kick lately, and I think you should too, because Point Borough field hockey is killing it. This week they went up against Lacey. The first time these two teams met, it was a 0-0 draw after overtime. Here's a hint. The game went to overtime again with a little bit different result. Check out the highlight. It was a low-scoring contest Tuesday, but an exciting matchup nonetheless. For the second time this season, Point Borough field hockey and Lacey Township went into overtime. This time, though, it was the Panthers who pulled out the win. But before we get there, let's see how regulation played out. Borough came out strong with a fast pace in the first half. It eventually led to the first score of the game. On this Panther corner, Morgan Mulvey plays the ball into Sam Anio, who blasts the ball towards goal. Flashing across the middle was Devin Moeller, who redirects the hit as one last Lacey defender tries to get her stick on it. It couldn't be stopped, and the Panthers were up 1-0. Great play by Borough. Before the half, though, Lacey managed to tie the game. Watch here as Carson Swisher steps up to make a save, but a deflection redirects the ball, and Lacey's Brielle Gilani collected the rebound and the goal. At the half, the two teams were knotted, but it didn't last long as Lacey took the lead 4 minutes out of halftime. Again, watch as Swisher makes the initial save, but a persistent play from Autumn Laird scores a goal and the lead for Lacey. The rest of the second half proved frustrating as Borough dominated possession but could not seem to score. That all changed in the final minute, though, after the Panthers earned a corner. Mulvey delivered the ball, and Jackie Bow took a shot that did not make it through. But Julia DeLong is there to collect, and she puts a perfect shot to knot the game up at 2 with only 20 seconds left to play. Regulation closed out, and the game went to overtime. Borough was not looking to tie with Lacey again, and that motivation drove them to victory. On a Lacey free start, Mulvey scoops the interception, dishes a strong pass to Haley Hammerhand, who battles one-on-one before pushing in the game winner. A sigh of relief and cheers as the Panthers top Lacey 3-2 in overtime. 26 seconds left, and you guys score the equalizer. Could you have waited any longer? Man, overtime is fun, but it is also heart-wrenching. Good thing to see the Panthers get on the winning side of that close game as they continue to battle for a B-South title. They still have a shot, but they're going to need a little help because of the original tie with Lacey earlier this season. That is actually the last highlight I have for you guys for this week. But remember, there's always more sports action in the actual newspaper, so make sure you pick up today's copy of the Ocean Star. That's October 14th, 2016. Football, cross country, gymnastics, it's all in there, so make sure you give it a good read. In the meantime, you can follow me on Twitter at Dom Polio. That is at DOMPOLLIO. I'd like to thank you guys for stopping by and checking out the show. I do it for you, and I hope you enjoy it because I enjoy putting it together. For now, signing off for Star News Group, I'm Dominic Polio. Wishing you guys a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Have a good one.